Since 2020, I've made real estate media for other people's businesses. I got good at it. Good enough that agents kept hiring me, and good enough to know the difference between media that sells a house and media that builds a brand. Most of my clients only ever wanted the first one. It started in 2020 almost by accident. I was home during quarantine, half watching the kids' Zoom classes, when I realized I could build something of my own. No ceiling, no manager deciding what I was worth. Work that put me out among people. I picked up a camera to photograph homes, and a door I hadn't known was there came off its hinges. So I did the only thing that's ever made sense to me. I got better. I studied the craft the way other people study for a license. On every drive and every edit, I listened to the best agents in the country, not to copy them, but to understand why their marketing worked. And I brought it all to the people that were paying me, certain that once they saw the difference, they'd want it too. They didn't want to pay for the difference. They wanted it fast, cheap, and viral. So that's what I delivered. Trending videos modeled on whatever a larger agent in a bigger city had posted that week. Good enough to sell the house. Never good enough to make the agent unforgettable. I'd show up to a listing and get handed a phone. I want a video like this one. Even when it was built for a mansion and the home in front of us was nothing like it. I wanted the opposite of volume. Something made for one home, one seller, one moment, bespoke. Not pictures dropped into a folder on the way to the next job. But for years, I worked inside other people's lines. Someone else's reference. Someone else's leftovers. Someone else's clock, always ticking, always too short for the thing I could actually make. Then came the listing that ended it. An agent handed me a bad video, filmed for a home worth 10 times the one we were shooting, and told me to match it. I didn't. I made something better, something that actually fit the house. When the listing went live, they used someone else's video instead. Mine sat in a folder no one would ever open. That was the day my question changed. For years, I'd been asking how to get agents to invest in doing it right. Standing there, I finally asked a better one. Why was I working so hard to convince the middleman when the person who is actually paying for the shortcut was the homeowner? The family trusting someone with the largest asset they own deserves more than a copied trend and a rushed afternoon. That's who I wanted to work for. So I stopped waiting for permission to do the work right and started becoming the person who could. A licensed agent, running my own listings, held to my own standard. Here's what that means for you. Every buyer is already on Zillow or getting automated alerts the moment a listing hits the market that fits what they want. That reaches the people already looking. And every agent has it. It's table stakes. It isn't marketing. What I do is go find the buyer who isn't looking yet. The family that wasn't planning to move at all until your home shows up and changes their mind. I'm not chasing 30,000 views, 300,000 views, or even 1 million views. 1 million strangers is 1 million people who will never buy your house. I want the one person it was made for. I've spent years building a reputation behind the camera, and stepping in front of it means being seen in a role no one's watched me in yet. I'd rather earn that the honest way, by doing the work right, than any other way. 6 years got me ready for this. I just didn't know that's what they were for. So here's what I want my name to mean. Not the photos, not the videos, the standard behind them. And more than that, I want you to expect more from me, from your agent, from an industry that's let the bar sit too low for too long. The seller should expect more from today's realtor. So should the buyer. I'm not asking permission to raise it. I'm going to do it. My own marketing, my own listings, for my own people, in my own name. Expect more.